보소.
Kind of reduce our risk. We'll say, like, we take 30%.
Are you thirsty? Do you want some water? I ordered them a little lunch thing.
Then he has his